delicious, cheesy tomato pie. It's pretty easy. It's just a few ingredients. When fresh garden tomatoes are plentiful, this is one of my favorite ways to use them. You can make your own homemade pie crust if you like, or I usually keep things simple. You can buy them like this, which is all Aldi's had today, is this kind of pie crust. And you open it up, you roll it out. I have these little pans, or I have one of these too. This one is a small dish, but this one's kind of big. I don't know if this is going to fit in here, this pie crust. But I have some tomatoes here that are ripe and ready. I'm going to slice these up. I'm going to lay them out on a paper towel to sop up some of the juice, because I don't want the bottom of my tomato pie to be really, really runny and juicy, because it'll get really soupy if you don't drain some of the juice off of it. But anyway, I'm going to do that. I'll cut up some onion, garlic, tomatoes. I have some spices here. I have some fresh chives from the garden. I got parsley, Italian seasoning, and I have some chopped chives here, but I probably won't use these. But what I'll do is saute the onion and garlic and Italian seasoning in butter in a pan. I'll use this whole onion. It calls for 1 deep dish pie crust, refrigerated, frozen, or make your own. 3 or 4 large garden tomatoes, sliced. 1 medium onion, chopped thin slicely, or however you like your onions. I like them just chopped, maybe 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch pieces. 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, you mince that up. And then 2 tablespoons of butter or more, depending on how much it takes to saute your onion and garlic and your spices. And then a handful of fresh basil. If you have basil out in the garden, put that on the top. Sprinkle that on there. There's also other ways you can do it too if you want more vegetables in it. The next one I'm going to make this one regular with tomatoes and cheese. We're going to top it with Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese, and sharp cheddar cheese. And I'm going to layer it. I'm only going to do 2 layers, so we can do that part. We'll go ahead and get started on that. So this is the pie crust I'm using for my tomato pie. Sometimes they come frozen, sometimes they're in the regular refrigerated section at the store. You just do it like that, unroll it. This one was this kind of pie crust, just a regular old crust. And then I think this might be big enough for my pie pan. Just lay it in there, squish it up on the sides. You can squeeze it like that if you want to, but right now we're just gonna bake it to where the bottom of this will be a little bit harder. Some people don't bake them, but I like to go ahead and bake it a little bit first. This particular one, it says heat your oven to 400, cook until it's golden brown, maybe 9 to 11 minutes, and then you fill your pie. You don't poke holes in the bottom of it with a fork. Sometimes you have to put something in there, like so the pie crust doesn't shrink into the middle of your pie pan, because that does happen. So if you don't mind that happening, then that's fine, but I don't like for that to happen with mine. So I'm just kind of making mine look like so. Make it look like I made it homemade, even though I didn't. But I'm sure a lot of you have a good pie crust that you can give me or make a suggestion. I got plenty of eggs. I got good flour to make it. All right, see how I did it right there? And that's what it looks like. Now, when I bake this, it's going to shrink down. You'll see. I'm going to put this in the oven for about maybe 8 or 9 minutes, and we'll see what it looks like. And then I'll get this one ready. I'm going to try. I might do the other pie pan that I have, because they have little lids like so. And we have company coming tomorrow, so I'm going to do this step, and then I'll get back with you. I'm going to poke holes in this first and put it in the oven. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're going to saute our onions, put our garlic. We're going to salt and pepper. Then we're going to put some Italian seasoning in it. Put a little parsley. You can put extra basil in it if you want to. And we'll saute that up. This is what it looks like after adding a couple of teaspoons of Italian seasoning, parsley, and salt and pepper. And don't forget to check and make sure your pie crust is ready. Okay, grab your tomatoes and slice them up and put them on a paper towel to sop up excess juice. I've got about 5 or 6 tomatoes here from the garden. This is one of my favorite summertime dishes. Okay, it's time to put our pie together. This is our pie that we cooked in the oven. This is our tomatoes. I've had them sitting out on a little paper towel to get some of the juice out. Most of the time I'll put a little small layer of cheese on the bottom. That just kind of helps it not be straight on the bottom of your pie crust. Okay, so the first thing I do is start layering my tomato. I don't overlap them. Just lay them in there just like they are, just like so. Okay, and I'll do a small tomato to put in the middle, see, like that, like so. And this is my mixture, my onion, my garlic, and my spices. Okay, I'll just put a little dab of this mixture in there. You can put it in another bowl to transfer it, but I just do it like this. And I just do it like so. Put a little of my onion, garlic on that layer. Okay, about like that. And I'll put some cheese. And I'll put a little mozzarella cheese. You can use whatever kind of cheese you want. I do put a little bit of breadcrumb on each layer, just a little. That's Italian breadcrumbs. And a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Okay, that's layer 1. Next layer, we're going to do the same thing. Then I kind of put my tomatoes in the crease of the tomato before it. Okay, so there's that, like so. And like that. And I have some pieces right here that I can use for the middle. And I have some more tomato over there cut up if I need it. I'm going to put some right here because I like for it to be kind of flatter. Okay, so I have another piece right over there. And that's my second layer. Okay. And now, I'll do the same thing. Put me a little bit of my mixture here. That's my onions and garlic and spices. And I have a lot left in this pan because I'm making 2 pies. Okay? But 1 is usually plenty. But I like it a lot, so I'll be eating a whole lot of it. All right, more cheese. Okay. Put a little bit of Italian crumbs on it. Like so. And if you want, you can do another layer on top of here. But like I said, when it gets to be too big, it's hard to keep it in pieces or slices when you slice it when it gets cool. if you can wait that long. I can never wait that long. Alright? Get my Parmesan cheese. And if you have fresh basil, you can sprinkle some fresh basil on there on top, or some chopped onions like I have right here. I got these out of the garden. So I'm just gonna chop some of these up, you see, and put them on there, like so. Like that. Okay. And voila! There's your pie. Now we're going to put this in the oven at 350 and bake it for about 20 minutes or until this cheese melts and goes down in there, and then we'll have us a slice. Okay? So that's it for the pie. And then I'll come back after it gets done and we'll slice it and see what it's like. It's going to be delicious, I know. You're going to love it. Okay, this is my second tomato pie that I'm making. I just want to show you some things that I do. You can, again, I always say this is your creation. You can put in it whatever you want to put in it. I want this one to have a little bit more in it, and I want it to have greenery. So I put a little bit of cheese on the bottom, my grated cheese. Then I have a layer of spinach. This is fresh spinach. Or you can chop it up however you want to. Then I'm going to do my tomato layer, like so. Put a little one in the middle like that. Then I'll do my mixture. This is my onion and garlic and herb mixture. I'll do a layer of that. Doesn't need a whole lot of this because really you're trying to just get the flavor. But if you want more onion and more garlic, I like garlic and I like onion. You can do more. Okay, so that's how much you put on that on the layer. Okay, now I'm going to put a little cheese, like so. A little bit of breadcrumbs. You don't have to use breadcrumbs. You can just use Parmesan cheese like this. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. Then I'm going to do in between these tomatoes, like so. I'm going to do a little layer of mushroom, like so. See? Then I'm going to put some more spinach. Kind of like a tomato lasagna pie. And again, when you cook it, if you let it cool, you'll be able to make slices out of it and it'll stay in a slice and look nice on your plate. But what I usually do is eat one because I can't wait, and then the other one I'll let it cool for tomorrow because I got company coming. So that way we'll be able to slice it and it'll be in little pieces. Then you can heat it up in the microwave as you serve it, or just eat it at room temperature. Okay, so that's my first layer. Now I'm going to do my second layer. Like so. Might not have needed that tomato. I cut up a little more because I thought I was going to need more. I may not. These are the smaller pieces. Sometimes the less is more when you're making a pie. You want it to stay together. My pie kind of retracted down in there when I was baking the crust. Okay. I might have just enough to top this pie off. See, there we go. Now, I do have a little bit extra to give to the chickens. Okay. Or I can keep piling tomato on there. It's my pie. I can do it however I want to. Alright. This is the last bits of my onion and garlic and herbs. I'll go ahead and use it all in this one. Ooh, this one's going to be very hearty. Look at all that I'm putting on there. I guess you can see it. Ooh, that's going to be good. Alright, so that is it with my herbs and spices. Now I'm going to do my round of cheese. Look at this one. This one's getting big. Look at that. Okay. This is my cheese. You'll see this is going to be so delicious. Put my mushrooms that I have left on here. Got a few. Like so. Like that. I put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. A little bit of breadcrumbs. Top it off with some fresh chives or spring onion. You can do whatever you want. I have some chives outside. And voila! There's your pie. This one has spinach and mushroom and the cheese and tomatoes, and it's going to be deliciously divine, just like the other one. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe at the end of this video I'll show a piece of it that's cooked. Hi there, just wanted to tell you, this is one pie that's ready. This one is fixing to go in the oven. It's in there for about 20 minutes. I just didn't want it to get too brown around the edges, because when my company comes tomorrow and we cut this pie, I might cut it later. I'll cut that one, but I'll let them eat this one without the mushrooms and spinach. So anyhow, that's what it's going to look like. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up. And I'm going to be making some pasta salad and a tres leche cake or tres leche cake. So stay tuned for those videos as well. Until next time, may you be blessed. Thanks again, guys.